Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to day 12 of the Haunted Hustle. If you don't know what the Haunted Hustle is or you're not in it, check the link below. Once I'm done here, I will put the link. So today what we're talking about is something very important actually. So how to take the glasses off, because I want to talk about this concept of investment alignment and also commitment alignment. So this is something that I learned from one of my favorite mentors, someone that I actually made a very powerful investment back in 2016, 2017, and I think all the way up to 2018. And I'll talk about that in a second. But the thing that I want you to know first is you attract people in your business who are similar to you. So that can be a good thing. That could be a bad thing if you're not showing up in your business the way that you're supposed to, right? So we tend to attract people who have similar values, right? Think about the people that you like, you follow, you pay attention to, you buy from. There's something about them that is similar to you, something where you can see a part of you in them, right? And it's that way on purpose. I mean, we are like that in our normal daily lives as well, outside of business. Like, we tend to attract people who are similar, have similar views, have similar values. Like, think about it. Like, you wouldn't be friends with someone who had completely different values than you, right? You wouldn't really be close to somebody who had completely different views than you. So this is a good thing to know, because then you can tailor your sales, your launching, how you ask people to purchase, and the things that you're doing in your business based on that. So if you know that people are similar to you, the first thing that you want to do is really just look in the mirror, right? Look at yourself and ask yourself, like, how do I purchase? How do I buy? How do I make my decisions in business? What are the things I value? What are the things that I see as important in investing in? And then you can get like a really good idea of potentially the same things that your clients are going through, your potential clients are going through, before they make a decision to work with you, or before they make a decision to, invest in your coaching and your courses or whatever it is that you have going on. So that's number one. Just always know that we are attracting people who are very similar to us, have similar values, have similar views, have similar buying styles, have similar decision making and things like that. So where the investment and alignment comes in is, I want you to think about from a money perspective, because we're going to talk about the commitment in a little bit. So this is something that I got from Jesse Elder, who was one of my favorite coaches. Huge, powerful investments that I made in him in the beginning of my business that completely changed the trajectory of my business. And he talks about this a lot, like being able to be the person who we want to attract, right? So if we want to attract high-paying clients, are you a high-paying client? If we want to attract people who pay in full, do you pay in full? If you want to attract people who invest at a certain level, have you invested at that certain level? Now, there is a little bit of a caveat to that. I feel like that's not always relevant. Like, say, for example, you are, let's say you do done for you work, or an agency, or a graphic designer, or web designer, and you have like these really large price tags on your packages because there's a lot of, work that needs to be done. So you may not invest at the same level as like your package. Like, you may have like a $10,000 package or a $25,000 package for your offer, but that doesn't necessarily translate into that you have to hire a coach for $25K or a coach for $10K. However, if you are a coach and you want people to invest at a certain level, it makes sense for you to be in alignment with what you're willing to invest at that level, right? So think about it. If you are wanting, let's say you come up with a 6-month, $15,000 package, but you've never paid $15,000 for a 6-month package, then there's a little bit of a mismatch there, because it essentially is saying that you don't believe it's valuable enough, or you wouldn't find a way to make that happen, but you're asking your potential clients, or you're asking other people to make that commitment, right? And to see that value in it. So, if it's a congruent service, then yes, I believe in the investment alignment piece when it comes to the dollar amount. However, if you're in a different type of industry or you do something different, that may not always apply. So this is our investment alignment. Again, if you want to attract a bunch of pay in full people, but you're always somebody who takes the payment plan, you want to take a look at that, right? Because if we want to attract certain people or certain things or certain situations or certain circumstances, then we have to look at, like, what are we putting out there? Everything that we get is a mirror. So if you're constantly getting people who ask for discounts, if you're constantly getting people who don't complete their payments or default on their payments, look in the mirror. Are you defaulting on payments? Are you only always taking the payment plan? Are you someone who, says you're going to invest or ask for the link and then ghosts? So it really is like we're getting what we're putting out always in our business. So if you don't like what's happening in your business, or you don't like how people are purchasing or not purchasing your offers, then that's something that you really want to take a look at. Now, on the other side is your commitment alignment. So similar to the investment alignment, except we're talking more about, how you're showing up. How all in are you? So this doesn't have to do necessarily with money, but it has to do with your desire to show up. It has to do with your consistency. It has to do with your commitment to the things that you say you're going to do. So let's say, for example, you are calling in a bunch of clients who, they may pay you, but then they don't show up and do the work. Or they show up to the calls and, you give them assignments, or you tell them, like, hey, this has to be done this week, and they don't do it. Or maybe you get people who buy your course, but never show up to the calls, right? The group calls or whatever. So again, it's really a reflection, looking in the mirror and asking yourself, where am I doing this? In my life as a whole, in general, and in my business? Am I someone who signs up for something and doesn't show up for it, doesn't complete it, doesn't even open it? Am I somebody who is uncoachable? So I may hire a coach because I think I want to, I think the act of hiring a coach or being in investment alignment alone is enough, but then you don't actually show up and do the work, then you're going to attract those people as well. So everything that you want, whether it's you want pay in full clients, whether it's you want high paying clients, whether it's you want committed clients, if you're not receiving that, then you need to just look in the mirror, because it's a reflection of how you're showing up in your life and your business. So both from the money piece and then also from the commitment piece. So again, this is all within us. It's all right here. It's all like, reality check. Take a look at what you're doing. Are you constantly coming up with reasons why you can't invest right now? Maybe you're just like, oh my gosh, I've had the slowest sales ever in my whole business. Or I've had the slowest sales in, the last 6 months. And then you look and you're like, you know what? I haven't grown in the last 6 months. I've been stagnant. I haven't invested in myself. I keep putting things off. So sometimes this doesn't necessarily have to do with your business. Like sometimes it might be something out of your business, but still in your life. Like say, for example, you are slacking on a commitment to start a health plan or start working out, or maybe you're trying to quit something or let go of a habit and you just keep going back on your word. Guess what? That is going to be reflected. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back in some way or another. So you will have those people who aren't committed. You will have those people who don't want to follow through. You will have those people who, just aren't all there because you're not all there in certain areas. So think about also how you interact with people. Think about the things that you say. Think about the energy that you put out. And then you can evaluate. So yeah, actually in yesterday's, we talked about evaluating your business and doing an audit. This is another audit, right? You want to audit yourself now. You want to audit your buying habits. You want to audit how much, when, and the frequency that you're investing in. You want to audit how you're showing up for those investments and how you're making your decisions around those investments, how you purchase during a launch. Like, are you somebody who, always buys the early bird, or are you somebody who literally waits until 11:59 at the last minute to purchase? Are you someone who, will hesitate and keep the link up forever and then never follow through on it? Are you someone who purchases right away? So again, whatever is happening in your business in regards to how clients are showing up for you, you want to just look in the mirror and see, where might I be out of alignment here? where might I not be showing up to the fullest here? Where might I be slacking on investments or slacking on commitments? And what's cool about that is you can change it. So once you realize like what's going on or where the mismatch is or where the misalignment is, you can take the steps to actually change that and shift that and start to call in more of the people and more of the circumstances and more of the things that you want in your business. So hopefully this was helpful. I just, like, for me, it's also one of those reflections that's just like, if things aren't going the way that I want them to, I really need to look at myself. I really need to look at, what am I putting out there? What is the energy I'm putting out there? What is the commitment I'm putting out there? And taking full responsibility for that, right? Taking full responsibility for why certain things in my business are the way they are. So if you want more tips like this, more strategies like this, different ways to make money, different ways to get clarity in your business, different strategies to like knock your business out of the park, get it unstuck, then you want to join the Haunted Hustle. I have it linked below, or I will be having it linked below as soon as I finish this live stream. And it is 19 days of just strategies, tips, all kinds of things for you to grow your business, get clarity, get clients. We're already halfway through. We are actually on day 12 of 19, but if you register, you will get access to all of the previous lessons. They're short, they're bingeable content. So definitely sign up for that. We're having an amazing time in there, and we are also learning a lot and making progress in our business. So go ahead and click the link below to join us for the Haunted Hustle, and I will see you back in here tomorrow. Bye.